Last week on Candlepin for Kids, 11-year-old Cole Frey broke show records with not one, not two, but 3 strikes in a row en route to a 167 performance. But this week is a 2012 rematch with rival Nate Fontaine.
See if Nate can cut this over.
Nate, catch it!
He can! And Cole Frey answers.
There it is, Nate!
Nate's playing it low, and he's got it. And Cole Frey's got his as well.
4 in a row. Turns.
Cole's got it.
Fun to watch.
Hit it!
Look at those pins dance up there.
Partners Micaela Tourtellot and Sage Johnson, they've seen each other too.
It's got a chance, Rob.
He's all over it. 2 marks in a row. Micaela making play on the other side, and she's got it. He's bid by Sage, and she's got it.
The 2013 11 and under champion is crowned today on Candlepin for Kids. Candlepin bowling is a New England tradition and a sport enjoyed by both girls and boys of all ages. Across 6 annual tournaments, we bring together the game's finest young talent in a celebration of bright futures, big scores, and bigger smiles. We are proud to introduce the new generation of bowling with Season 10 of Candlepin for Kids. To see old episodes and for more information, go to www.cp4k.com.
Greetings from Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Candlepin for Kids Division 1 Finals alongside Dan Gauthier. I'm Rob Taylor. We've got a showdown we've been waiting for all season, and one of those bowlers is coming off a record-setting performance.
Absolutely right, Rob. Cole Frey in our last week's match threw a terrific 10-year record for our show, 167 game. This is the matchup, as you said, we've been waiting for all year. Our staff filled out some predictions on who we thought would make top seed and second seed in all the age groups. We pretty much called this one, right, Rob? Phenomenal talents all around, and our bowlers are going to be competing for these trophies, Rob. Pretty huge.
That's on the line. We've got 4 of the top 11 unders in the game. These are top of the 4 best youth bowlers in the game, so let's meet them right now.
She's the 2012 11 and under division runner-up, and she's got a chance to go one step further this year. Last week in 89 was all she needed for a finals berth, but she was heating up with this late spare. Partner Cole Frey was the reason why Sage didn't need to do much last week. He drove 4.5 hours from his hometown in Bangor, Maine to break the show's single record last week, and he hopes to celebrate again. Micaela Tourtellot stands in their path. She's been bowling on Candlepin for Kids for 4 straight seasons, and this year, she too gave us a great celebration when she converted the iconic high-low jackpot. Finally, he's known as the Circus because he puts on a show, and Nate Fontaine may be small in stature, but last season he tossed the biggest score of the year with a 135 in our international teams event.
And here we go. This is Micaela Tourtellot on lane number 3. Go get him, Micaela.
Micaela might be our most improved bowler in the last 4 or 5 years, Rob.
Micaela is in the black and yellow. Sage Johnson is in the navy blue, and Sage Johnson opens with a hammer.
I was wondering how the seed would follow up after a 167 last week from Cole.
Micaela looking to answer a little bit full.
That's a lead, Rob, that you want to be full as a bowler, but she's just a tiny bit too full. But in order to carry all the pins, she had to be a pretty full effort.
Tough out for Micaela. Now, Micaela Tourtellot is 10 years old, but she has been on our show for the past 4 years. You can find her way back in Season 7 in the match that she threw an 82 way back then, which is pretty solid. She and Jacob Robichaux beat Olivia Boomhauer and Jagger Palmer, and they did it in overtime. So Micaela's no stranger to
she's
pressure.
She's got the orange pin, Rob.
Just off that head pin. Sage Johnson on that head pin again, and not much to show for it. Micaela's still toppling.
So nice 6 for the first ball over Phil for Sage, but that's going to be a tough spare leaf to make.
Micaela looking to navigate that ball in just off. So now both of our bowlers looking for outs.
For our home viewers, we have a special 10th anniversary orange pin donated by Garland Pins. And if that comes up on the head pin, as we just saw on lane 3, and the bowler throws a strike, it makes him eligible to win a set of bowling balls donated by Paramount Industries.
And now Micaela Tourtellot, we mentioned she's come a long way. She's only got an 88 average, but this year she has thrown a 110 and a 103 on our show.
I think that's the type of thing that really made me stand up and take notice of her this year as a bowler compared to all the other years.
And there she is right on that head pin, but nothing to show for it. Sage as well. something a little bit prettier.
Yeah, Sage has got the noticeably better leave here. Mini split, but she got some wood that may be helpful.
Micaela, what a bid! Comes off the wall, she's got it!
Look at, she has no idea that it went for a spare. She turned around, has no idea how the last pin fell.
And as we take another look at that one, you see the 3-pin catching that 7-pin in back and flipping into the 4 for the spare.
The fortuitous bounce off the wall by the 4-pin.
And so now Micaela down 8 can chip away into it on this mark. Just off the headpin. She settles for 4. Johnson right back in that pocket, and she's going to have to play that orange wood to try to pick this one up.
Yeah, ideally, I think she's going to want to play it high.
Great bid by Tourtellot. Sage did go high, but it's a little too far left. Now, all 3 of our 4 bowlers competed in our Tournament of Champions last year. Micaela Tourtellot was knocked out in the semifinals to Sage Johnson and Hunter Johnson. So this is a matchup we've seen before. Micaela looking to get the better of Sage this time around.
It's all about the rematches, huh, Rob? We interviewed Cole. I know you talked to him a few weeks ago, and he said he was hoping to win this one this time around for Sage because Sage hasn't won it before.
Micaela just off, Sage as well. And you mentioned that rematch theme. These two teams did bowl at each other earlier in the season. That one, Sage and Cole came away victorious by 2 pins, so it was a tight match then. And if the beginning of this match is any indication, we should see a tight one here too.
Well, pound for pound, we've got 2 of the best bowlers I've ever seen in my life coming up among these boys. These are once-in-a-generation talents.
Micaela with the 10. Sage just off, which knots us up. We're even at the half.
When we return, we'll be having...
When we return after these young gentlemen. Nate Fontaine versus Cole Frey. We've been calling it the Rumble in the Jungle. This is round 3 between these two. They've put on a show both of the other times.
Cole accused me earlier today of playing favorites with Nate. We did use Nate for a funny commercial today.
Oh, yeah! Come on!
Nate just off the headpin to start.
They're both personable kids, very professional kids, honestly. Cole.
Tough start for Cole.
The same ball he was getting strikes on last week.
Oh, yeah! Come on!
Nate homes in. Nice bid. Leaves just the 6-pin.
Nothing to be ashamed of there.
Cole just off.
See, they both gave little eye rolls in this box. They both hit better than what they got, whether it was the first ball or their attempted spares.
And you know these two are hyped up for this one. They know the rivalry that's here. They know that everybody's been expecting these two in the finals, and this is their chance to shine. And it wouldn't be the first time they've shined. They bowled in our team's tournament last year. They went head-to-head for the first time. Cole Frey threw it was Nate Fontaine, actually, that threw a 135. And Cole Frey threw a 121. We'd love to see just a little bit of those fireworks here. Nate gets that important 9-pin to drop. And Frey drops a hammer. Huge fist pump out of that one.
No, just missed
Nate
it.
just squeaks into the gutter.
And he actually had some beneficial wood there, too. I know he didn't want to play the wood, but I do think that wood would have carried the shot for him.
The way his ball kind of slices over there would have given him a little advantage.
He's still throwing a great first ball. You shouldn't lose any focus after that.
Key is bouncing back in a one-string match like this. It's a sprint, not a marathon, and these two got to keep the bad boxes to a minimum, got to make sure you pick up all the ones you can get because they all end up being important. Nate.
On the headpin, but just barely.
Just grazes it. Might be better for that one to stay up. Frey off, but a very makeable spare leave.
I will say that that's just justice for Frey because his first ball was pounded and he left a 5-7. So a little break here to make up for that one.
Frey, not quite enough of it. And so now both bowlers looking for outs.
Both of these bowlers have great form, Rob. Something very important. You saw the way Nate followed through at the end of that ball really well. Cole's very professional in all his form. They both had the best training. They have some of the best pros watching them and guiding them. And they've both already been talked about by the adults on the World's team. I think 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you're going to see these two competing against each other again, but in a bigger forum, probably, in the world.
Fontaine buries it. Leaves just that 10-pin. You mentioned the pros taking notice. Nate was actually the youngest bowler to make the knockout rounds of our Pro Kids finals this year, as he goes right at that pin and no luck by Nate Fontaine,
Yes,
if that
you
wood
know,
wasn't there, he would have been right on it.
If he had been an inch left or an inch right, he had it, and it just, catching the corner of the cap is what cost him. Some of you viewers who are watching our show for the first time may recognize Nate Fontaine's grandfather's name, the one and only Tommy Olsta.
Legendary in the game. You can see a lot of Tom Olsta in young Nate. Certainly some of the energetic mannerisms and certainly the talent too.
It's funny, he really does remind me of him sometimes. It's the way he stares and looks at the pins. And
all in a bunch, Nate looking to break the ice here, getting that first mark, often so important. 10 pins the difference in the match. Nate looking to chip into that just off the head pin.
If he had his signature tail on that ball, he may have made the spare, but it didn't quite break back like they usually do.
So now both bowlers looking for outs. Nate unable to get any there. So he and Micaela will finish the half with 90. Frey and Johnson will finish it with 100, so 10 pins the difference. When we come back, we'll see Bowler take on the legendary Craig Holbrook. You don't want to miss it.
Thanks for coming to my league, Jeff.
No problem, Nate.
I promise to exercise and eat right.
Don't forget, 60 minutes of a long day, right?
I'll grow up to be big and strong like you
Absolutely.
and play in the Pro Series
Yes, sir.
and be drafted on your Worlds team
Maybe.
and become the new anchor bowler for Lucky Strike.
Okay.
And you can be my sub
Excuse me?
and make bowling fans forget about you and become your mom's favorite bowler.
Whoa.
Just loosening my arm.
Bowling is better at Pilgrim Lanes. Family fun has never been so much fun. For the kids, bumper lanes and ball ramps build confidence. And watch how much fun Glow Bowling adds to your family's fun. Play for prizes on over 30 video and arcade games at Pilgrim Lanes Arcade, or enjoy a game of pool. Plan your next birthday party at Pilgrim Lanes. They do all the work and clean up. Just bring the cake and the kids. Pilgrim Lanes, Primrose Street, Haverhill. Go bowling. It's fun and affordable for dates, families, and groups.
Leo's Super Bowl in Amesbury, Massachusetts is a premier entertainment center with 24 lanes, the new Mammoth arcade room including a 10-foot by 12-foot projection TV, Friday night cosmic bowling, and Saturday night moonlight oldies. There's plenty of attractions. Have your functions and parties with us with 2 spacious rooms fitting up to 45 people each with plasma TVs and DVD sets, a Bose music system, and wireless internet. Bring your food or enjoy a full catering menu with Tony G's Pizza and Deli. That's Leo's Super Bowl. For more info, find us on Facebook or go to leosuperbowl.com.
Looking for a way to stay active, meet people, and have fun on a regular basis? Look no further than Candlepin Bowling at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Leda has Candlepin Bowling Leagues for all ages and abilities. Every day and night we turn off the lights and turn on the fun at Leda's Lighthouse Glow Bowl for the area's only complete glow-in-the-dark Candlepin Bowling. Leda Lanes is the perfect place to hold your birthday party, special event, or corporate function. Leda Lanes, located at 340 Amherst Street in Nashua, or visit us online at LedaLanes.com.
Woburn Bowlodrome, established in 1940, has 40 lanes with automatic scoring, including bumper lanes, glow bowling, and more, featuring 4 different birthday party packages. If you bring the cake, we'll do everything else, including food, drink, and paper goods. Come spend your Friday and Saturday nights with us when the lights go off and the music and fun go on. Enjoy our game room, check out our pro shop, or join a winter league. We're right by I-93 and I-95 with plenty of parking available. Woburn Bowlodrome. For more info, go to www.woburnbowl.com.
Welcome back here on Candlepin for Kids for our Beat the Pro segment. We have the legendary Craig Holbrook. He's going up against 5-year-old Devin Brandano. We'll start with you, Craig. You've bowled under these lights a lot of times back in your days. What's it like? How does that change the atmosphere here?
Well, there's a lot more concentration because obviously you're up there by yourself, but it's a lot of fun. It really is.
If I remember, there was one match that sticks out to me that you bowled in, and I know you hate hearing about the triple strike at the end by Mr. Tom Olsa. We got his grandson in this match.
Oh, I know, yeah.
You want to tell us about that match?
Actually, yeah. We were good friends at the time, and we were doubles partners in the summer, but we were also world team members together. So, that was a good match. Yeah, it was disappointing that I lose, but hey, if I'm famous for losing, it's just as good as famous for winning, I guess.
You see any of Tom and Nate?
Oh, yes, I do, yeah. A lot of them, yeah.
And Devin, you're going up against one of the legends in the game. You got any strategies for this one? What do you think you're going to do up there?
I'm gonna bowl.
You're going to bowl? Sounds good to me. All right, best of luck, guys. 1 box apiece. Good luck to you both.
Welcome back, Rob. I'm going to give Craig Holbrook the height advantage in this match.
Just a little bit, right? I think it would take 2 Devins to equal 1 Craig. That could be a good algebra problem.
Devin's got like 2'10", but with that mohawk, he's going to come in at a solid 3 feet.
So Craig Holbrook all over that head pin.
Devin keeps it on the
squeaks
lane.
one in the corner, gets a cheer from the crowd. Devin is not a bowler. Now he's here supporting his friend Josh Daly.
And he says, this doesn't look too hard, I can do it.
But Devin gets just away from him.
Come on, Devin.
Crowd wants to see him do it.
Crowd's hoping he's able to keep it on the lane. That one gets away from Devin. We hope he sticks with the game, and we'll see a future out of him.
He wants to keep going,
to him
Rob.
and Craig Holbrook. May as well let him throw another, right? There it is.
Hey! And that's the way to end it.
That's the way to end it. Craig Holbrook goes. Thanks to him. Join us for our second half. 10 pins is the difference here on Candlepin for Kids. Sage Johnson on lane 3. Go get him, Sage.
Yeah, lost in all our talk. We've got a competitive match going on, Rob.
Sage looking to keep it competitive, burying one out of the gates. Micaela's got to chip away at that 10-pin difference. And that's the way to start by hitting the head pin, but not much to show for it. Sage all over hers. Ooh, tough break there.
That's surprising right there. That looked like she was an easy spare, I thought.
Micaela making a great play.
Fantastic shot by Micaela. And Sage with a play off the wood.
Why not, right?
It's there.
If it's there.
Big smile for the crowd.
9 for Micaela, so pinning, incredibly important in these matches. We always talk about keeping things in single digits. Right now it's 11. If you're able to get it to single digits, that's 1 mark, and you can do it by getting those 9s and 10s, which are so important. So Sage just off.
She's homing in the last few boxes. I expect a mark out of her.
Unbelievable for Micaela.
Lane 2 has done that 3 or 4 times now on beautiful pocket hits that look like strikes, and you're left with something just like that.
Micaela gonna give it a shot.
Another good try. She made 2 good shots at those. So not only is our team of Micaela and Nate trying to come back from a deficit, but they're trying to do it on a lane that's been stingy.
Gonna have to try to heat them up. Now Micaela and Nate are both out of bogey lanes. That's in East Brookfield, Massachusetts. They've got an extremely strong youth program. A youth program that turned out a bowler last week, and we saw in Marissa Bowden, and who turned out a bowler we will see in 2 more weeks in Kyla Lamont. She'll be bowling in our 12 to 14 finals.
I know our show's founder, Steve Reno, had a lot to do with getting that youth league really going and getting it, ramped up to a larger youth league, more competitive with travel teams. And then it was picked up by Daniel Mann later,
who's been phenomenal for the program. And now both of our ladies trying to get big outs. Tough 7 and a tough 6, so both of our girls slowing down here. They're going to try to heat things up in these last 2 to get a little momentum going in the gentleman's favor. Sage, a little action off the head pin.
Yeah, she's been a little bit right on some of her balls, starting to home in on the 3-pin, which is not where you want to be. Micaela, she's wondering where she has to hit to get a good leave over there.
That might be her best leave of the half. She has them all in a bunch anyway. Now Micaela, as we mentioned, threw a 110 and a 103 this year on our show. Looking to tap into some of that at the end here.
It's a good 3rd ball for Sage.
That's right where she wanted it. And a 9 for Micaela. That's the one she's going to want to hit first.
Micaela would really love to finish with a mark. That way she could leave her partner just 1 mark behind, because Cole Frey is no easy bowler to make up pins against. He's going to pin. You know that's going to happen.
As we've seen, high scores are so frequent in this age group, and when you've only got 5 boxes, if you get 2 or 3, it puts a lot of pressure on. Micaela's got to find that head pin first to make it happen. Sage just off it. Now Micaela will look for the out.
Our bowlers, of course, bowling for an extra $25 on their gift cards for winning this match. 50 to the winner, 25 to the runners-up, and
Micaela gets a 10, and that's a big one. 4 pins back in that one box.
some giant trophies for our champs, too. I'm looking at our trophies, Rob, and I think they're larger than our contestant on Bowl Against the Pro
They're certainly
box.
bigger than Devin. Get about halfway up there on Nate and Cole, too. Cole, just off. He's got an 8-pin lead.
Fortuitous piece of wood in there.
Nate buries that head pin. He needs that wood to come off the wall. Cole just off. Nate's going to hope to get things flipping around off that wall. It comes off, but it doesn't catch the 10, doesn't catch the 5 either.
If we see that again, if he watches it on TV, he's probably going to realize if his ball was a couple inches lower, it might have had a better chance, but still had a shot.
And so Cole gains 1, bumping it up to 9.
Yeah, he's down to single digits now. It's one mark, one big mark for our bowlers.
Cole back on that head pin.
And it's hit the 1-2 pocket where he had gotten a triple strike in the last match.
Nate.
That's all right, Nate. Send it across, buddy. Come on.
2 tough shots here. Cole off. Fontaine just off, so again, pinning being critical.
Uh-oh, you don't see Cole do that very often. Nate's going to try to take advantage.
He does, so he gets 3 back. That was a big 3. Gets it down to 6 with 3 boxes remaining.
It is a big 3 pins, Rob. It's like I've always talked to other friends and said that an average fill for an adult is about a 7. So these kids, maybe it's a 6. So a 6-pin lead, now it really is 1 mark. You don't have to fill it with a bomb anymore to catch up.
Both of these young gentlemen average 101. A little under that pace right now. A few bad breaks causing some of that. A few balls being a little off as well. But they're going to look to find some fireworks at the end here.
That's why averages are averages, Rob. If you take Cole's 167 and average it with this one, he's still averaging in the 130s today.
Cole unable to get his out.
So hard to follow up a gigantic game like that with another one.
2 boxes left. Now Cole Frey, as we mentioned, has faced Nate twice. He was the victor in both of those matches. Even though Nate won the head-to-head score, Cole's team won and Cole's doubles team won, as Nate puts one in there hoping to trip that 7.
Rob, are you showing a replay of 2 boxes ago, or did Nate just leave the exact same pins up?
Cole picks his up, so now this really puts the pressure on Fontaine. Just off.
I mean, he's going to look back and see that he buried 2 pocket hits and left the exact same diamond +1 leave. Really hasn't been very generous on lane 2 with the leaves.
And so now, barring a tough fill by Frey, it looks like Sage Johnson and Cole may be going home victorious. This would be the back-to-back years for Cole Frey.
That's something that Cole Frey can take some pride in, because Nate Fontaine, being from Massachusetts and with the, grandfather was one of the greatest bowlers ever, maybe gets talked about a little bit more, but I think that's going to change after last week and this week, and people see that 167 game. Cole Frey is going to be talked about at least as much.
Cole just off on that mark, but that's going to be enough to seal the deal. Nate looking for a mark late. Unable to get it. And so Cole Frey leaves the head pin up, but that doesn't stop him and partner Sage Johnson from winning the Division I championship with a score of 188 combined. We'll talk to both of them after the break.
Lucky Strike Lanes, the cornerstone for Candlepin in the city of Lynn, is the second largest bowling center on the North Shore with 34 lanes. Come enjoy our weekend special with $7 getting you an hour of bowling, shoe rental, a slice of pizza, and a drink. Join one of our winter leagues, enjoy fundraising opportunities, or have your next birthday party with us and enjoy our 12-inch pizzas located right behind the post office in downtown Lynn and easily accessible from major roads. It's Lucky Strike Lanes. For more info, check out luckystrikelanes.com. Boutwell's Bowling Center is a proud supporter of Candlepin for Kids. Looking for a place to bowl in Concord, New Hampshire? Drop by Boutwell's, featuring 24 lanes as well as an open lounge, arcade, bumper, and league bowling every day. Enjoy Glow Bowling every Saturday night, where we play today's top artists and open up the fun to all ages. Have a birthday party with us where we do the work and you enjoy the party. Go to our website, boutwellsbowl.com, to see our upcoming tournaments. And if you're looking to up your game, give us a call to set up a lesson with our certified instructors. That's Boutwell's Bowling Center, just minutes off Route 93. French King Bowling Center in Irving, Massachusetts offers 24 lanes and features special events including neon bowling. Family owned and operated since 1959, French King is more than just Candlepin. Whether you need a banquet hall or birthday party, French King Bowling is the place you're looking for. With a new game room filled with fun and prizes, a selection of assorted party platters, and pizza selections will make the occasion just right for you. Open 7 days a week and 8 miles from I-91 on Route 2, 15 minutes from the New Hampshire border. That's French King Lanes. For more information, go to bowlingforfun.com. Paramount Industries Inc., providing service to the Candlepin bowling industry for 60 years. From expert, precise refinishing of bowling balls to distributing all the top brands of Candlepin bowling balls manufactured by EPCO, Paramount, Starline, Cobra Pro Rubber, and Urethane. Also offering a complete line of bowling bags, shoes, and other related products. Paramount, the #1 name in Candlepin bowling. When you think of Candlepins, think of Paramount Industries Inc. for all your product needs.
Welcome back on Candlepin for Kids. Dan Gothier will present our two champions with their trophies, Sage Johnson and Cole Frey, each receiving a $50 gift card and a trophy. For Cole, this is 2 years in a row. For Sage, this is our first time. Sage, we'll start with you. Give Dan a chance to get it in there. Sage, Division I champion. How does it feel?
Awesome.
In that match, we saw you struggling a little bit, but he started with a hammer right out of the gates. What was that first ball like?
It was really good, and I took my time and all that.
And looked like taking your time helped. Was there any extra pressure in this game? How did you deal with it?
My sister said everyone had pressure, and I actually tried to deal with it. So, and look at that, I won.
That you did. So you followed your sister's advice pretty well. Cole, not quite a 167 game, but still pretty strong. How are you feeling up there? What was it like trying to follow up a record-breaking performance?
Well, I knew I would follow it up. That was just pretty much out of my head at first. But I just try to get as close as I can to it.
All right, well, congratulations to both of you guys. You're going home the Division I champions. Congratulations to Cole Frey and Sage Johnson. They are the top 11 and under bowlers here on Candlepin for Kids. Shoot, 2 age groups to go. It's tough to do better than that, though.
This age group, they have some of the best talent, pound for pound, that I've seen in any age group for a long time, maybe in the 10-year history of our show. I sincerely hope the 12 to 14s can match it and maybe give some buzz in this incredibly large crowd. The crowd's here to support them. Hopefully they can do the trick.
Make sure you join us next week. It's a Division II semifinals, and we have a lot of talent there, too. So from Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts, and on behalf of the entire Candlepin for Kids staff, you've been watching Candlepin for Kids. Check us out next week. Thanks for watching, everybody.
At first, I was feeling a little nervous. And then I just tried my best, and I did it. It would be really cool to be on TV.
I like to bowl for my grandfather, which has already passed away. And if he were here, he would cheer me on.